What is the story, everybody? This is Jonathan from Team ChainBlock coming at you with yet another deck profile. But before we get into it, as always, please like, comment, subscribe. Check the links in the description. You'll find Kong's cards. Please use discount code ChainBlock5 for 5% off all your purchases over at Kong's cards, and we really appreciate it. Before we get into it again, some quick trivia for anyone who can't remember. Our first video on this channel was when I somehow won locals with Volcanic Eldritch. And that's kind of how just me, not ChainBlock, I do not condone this, approach my decks. The way I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Is I will buy expensive, usually new cores to try and make my old favourite decks playable, and that's what this deck profile is all about. So today I am profiling for you, if the mat wasn't enough of a hint, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now Red Eyes is without question my favourite monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just fan of Joey, it's what stuck to me with the anime, and yeah, he's never gotten as strong support as Blue Eyes and Dark Magician has. I think the most recent fusion monster it got was Dragoon. Please Konami, give us another one. But yeah, so I'll show you what I'm mixing this with, but first we'll go through the Red Eyes cards. So 2 of the vanilla, 3 Black Metal Dragon, a card which D-Link players will know very well. So you can equip this card from your hand to a Red Eyes monster on the field. When this card leaves the field, you can add any Red Eyes card from your deck to your hand. If this card had Red Eyes in the name, it would be insane. We have 2 of, in my opinion, the best direct support Red Eyes has gotten in years, is 2 Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon. So what this card does is it dumps the OG vanilla from deck to the GY to special them itself, and then it becomes a level 7. Now, unfortunately, that is mandatory, even though what we're supporting this card with and what this deck mainly does is going to be an XYZ team strategy. If that increased level was optional, as this card is a level 6, you could do some really funny rank 6 plays with Bestials. That is the reason why I'm not playing the Bestials. If that was the case, I would definitely run a Bestial package. But yeah, in my opinion, this card is insane and I'm really fond of it. Its second effect for your turn 2 is also really good. So the turn after this card is sent to the GY, you can add 1 Red Eyes Fusion from your deck or GY to your hand. So basically what you're trying to do in this strategy is set up as big as bad possible XYZ board on your first turn, and then if your opponent manages to crack it, hopefully they'll have to deal with a Dragoon on your second turn. Now, the card in which you are always, well, yeah, pretty much always adding after Black Metal Dragon resolves is Red Eyes Darkest Metal Dragon. So everyone knows this play. You normal summon the Black Metal, link it off into Striker, banish with the Darkest Metal, summon the Black Metal back again, and do some plays from there. Really good card, playing it at 1 of, probably the most generically used Red Eyes card ever. Now we are playing 1 Red Eyes Wyvern, which we will be sending off Red Eyes Insight. So Red Eyes Insight adds any Red Eyes spell or trap from your deck to your hand. We are playing 2. And then Wyvern in the end phase, after you do not normal summon, can revive a Red Eyes monster. It can revive Dragoon. It's a really good card. It's what you're pitching off Red Eyes Insight pretty much all the time. We know what Red Eyes Fusion does, and Red Eyes Fang with Chain lets you attach a monster your opponent controls to a Red Eyes monster you control, and then that attack becomes the attack of the monster you attached. So it's really interesting removal and searchable. So that is it for the Red Eyes package, and now I will show what I chose to mix them with. So anyone who's been playing Master Duel recently will unfortunately be very familiar with this engine here. We are playing the Kashtira engine. So yeah, Kashtira is, in my opinion, more of an engine than anything now than a standalone deck. With the banish of Rise Heart, rightly so, it was Macro, Cosmo and Legs. The deck is just really splashable in a lot of stuff. So Fenrir, when you can special summon him when you don't control a monster, and you can add a Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. If there is a monster effect added, or if he activated, or if he attacks, you can banish 1 monster on the field. We are playing 1 Kashtira Rise Heart. You can special summon him when you control a Kashtira monster. You can banish a Kashtira card to make this a level 7, and banish the top 4 cards off your opponent's deck. 2 Unicorn plus Unicorn or Fenrir plus the Black Metal is full combo, really good combo, and he adds a Kashtira spell from your deck to your hand. And if when this card declares an attack, or if opponent's monster activates an effect, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, which is really good, and banish 1 monster face down. So you could banish like a Zeus or another nasty run off that your opponent is running. we are playing one Kashtira Scareclaw. Banish a Kashtira card to special summon it. It has battle protection. And one Kashtira Ogre, which searches a trap. We are playing 3 of the field spell, just for extra consistency to get your combo going as quickly as possible. 3 Bird. I've been bouncing back and forth between 2 and 3 Bird. It's definitely 3. It also lets you normal summon at level 7. In very bad hands you can normal summon a Red Eyes, but hopefully it never comes to that. 2 Kashtiosis, what you'll mainly be searching off Unicorn. And then 1 Big Bang and 1 Preparations. Special summon in standby phase, and when this is banished it lets you do some funny stuff, and this can also reduce the monsters your opponent controls to 1. Very good cards, and that is the Kashtira engine, and we are playing this because it is probably the best XYZ strategy. It is, go away Purdy, and it just happens to be level 7s, which obviously sync up very nicely with Red Eyes. So we'll go into some single monsters for some tech choices. I am playing 1 Dark Magician, 1 Fallen Navalbaz for a monster in the extra deck, and then just 3 Ash. So, Dark Magician, it's for Dragoon. Fallen Navalbaz, you can do some funny stuff with this in seals, and then Ash is Ash. Go into some power spells. I went with Distant Testing, 2 Triple Tactics Talents, 1 Duster, 1 Callboy, 1 for 1, and 1 Monster Reborn. So yeah, some good power spells here. Triple Tactics is just really good. So hopefully you don't get interrupted, but it's more than Yu-Gi-Oh! You're going to get interrupted. And if they interrupt you with anything bar Imperm, you can hopefully draw 2 into this deck. You only usually need 1 extra card to go full combo and make a really good board. And then Duster's Duster, Callboy is Callboy, 1 for 1 to discard a monster and special summon the Black Metal, and then Monster Reborn just to extend your plays. That's it for the main deck, and I'll go into the extra deck now. So in the extra, we are playing 2 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. So I think we all know what Flare Metal does, but just in case, whenever your opponent activates an effect, you can burn your opponent for 500. If you get 2 of these on your field, that's 8 effects your opponent can only make before they burn themselves to death. It cannot be destroyed by a card effect when it has material, and it lets you extend even further, because its effect is, what you're doing in your combo is usually you're making this first, and then you're detaching the material to special summon a vanilla Red Eyes from your GY, which, because of Black Meteor Dragon, you should, it's summoning requirements, you should always have the vanilla in your GY. We're going for 1 Kashtira Shangri-La, special summons a cash and end phase. Does some banishing stuff, has to be destroyed 3 times to destroy it as long as it has material. 1 the Darkest Doomrider, this card is actually really good. So you can detach 2 materials from this card and target 1 face-up card on the field and destroy it. Any field, any card. And then you can make 1 face-up monster you control gain attack equal to the destroyed monster's original level or rank. So some really cool interactions, and this is a quick effect if you have a dragon card as XYZ material, which you probably will. 1 Dark Armed, 1 Big Eye to Steal, and 1 Zeus. Now, we're going into the links, and with the links we will start off with probably the best monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, arguably SP Little Knight. So you're usually ending on some XYZs and seals, but let's be honest, SP Little Knight isn't a bad card to go into. And we're playing 1 Relinquished Anima to get your Black Metal Dragon off the field, as it requires 1 level 1 monster. And understandably so, the amount of people who forget that this card exists and put one of their monsters in a link zone or below a link zone, and then you just attach it as, you know what Relinquish does. Really funny card. But what you'll be going into firstly is Striker Dragon with your Black Metal. And we're playing 1 Dragoon to go into a Red Eye Fusion after your main turn. And what you're summoning off Heretic Seal after you summon the Albaz is 1 Rimburm, 1 Iron Dash, and then a Mirror Jade. So what you do, you go into a Mirror Jade, hopefully, and then send the Rimburm to extend your plays, and if they have something different on the field, you just go into a Spring the Iron Dash Dragon. So that's it, guys. That is my attempt at trying to make Red Eyes as competitive as possible. Again, it's Red Eyes, so we will use that term very loosely. And yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Use our discount code and see you.